everyone.
Good evening.
I myself had no idea about board life or public appointments, so it's really a learning curve. So writing this poem for you was me taking it in and sharing. So this is almost like a calling to the ladies. So I hope you enjoy it. It's called Get On Board. Over 100 years since the suffragettes, we have the vote, but the fight's not done yet. Progression's been made, the gap's receding, though it's almost 2020 and there's still a glass ceiling. With all this talk of diversity, women on boards are still a minority, and the percent with colour, minuscule, minute, the percentage is tiny. The female employment rate is the highest figure recorded to date, and with trends of movement and migration, Black women and Asians are as commonplace as chip shops or tube stations in our British nation. As our society evolves, our voice is essential if we are to meet our full potential. Don't stay muted and silent, share your voice, implement change, we can make the choice. The double-decker is moving, we need you on board. Let's join the public life discourse. Now, for a true democracy, we need to represent all corners of society. But the sad and dismal reality is decision-making boards tend to lack diversity. I'm sure you would be hard-pushed to see a committee member that looks and sounds and acts like me, someone who's seen the streets and watched the pain, who's lived amongst the pressures and strains. So how could a board really understand what's needed for a master plan if they're all male and pale and their mindset is stale, or they've lived a comparative fairy tale? Would they really be able to contemplate my world? Would they be able to understand the racial disparities or the impact of austerity on women of ethnic minorities? I'm sure there'd be lots of empathy, but what's needed is someone who's lived it to represent me. Well, sisters, there's a seat around the table. There's no need for your voices to be disabled. Get on board, become a civil protector. You can rock the role in the public sector. We live our lives from day to day, so it's only right that we have our say. Bring our cultural perspective to all areas and all the different sectors. From schools to justice, from crime to health, to environmental concerns, to the distribution of wealth. It's imperative that public service reflects our views, our values, and what we expect. Boards must reflect the people they serve, but we have to be present for our thoughts to be heard. We need to recognise the weight of our words. We are phenomenal women with insight and skills, so let's write those legislation bills and policies and codes of practice. We're in the game, so let's help decide the tactics. To ensure diversity of thought, we have to be part of the notions brought. I hear you say, she doesn't mean me. I couldn't sit on a government body. I couldn't manage. My face doesn't fit. It's a waste of time. Even if I apply, I wouldn't get it. Dispel those thoughts. You meet the criteria. Be confident. Don't ever think that you're inferior. Be proud. Adapt a positive attitude. Long gone are the days of female servitude. We can do what we want. We work where we choose. A doctor, a plumber, a slick city suit, an architect or a Navy recruit. So why not take up an advisory role? We need female input on boards that make the controls. We fought for our rights and we fought for our voice. We've earned our place right next to the boys. And though the playing field is not always level, and sometimes we do twice the work, for mothers it's trebled. We've established our position, now let's bring female flair. We need BAME women input on boards everywhere. Bring divine feminine energy, be your true self. Enrich our society with our cultural wealth. Evoke your ancestry, give guidance and knowledge. Like the brave of the Windrush, bring your work ethic and courage. Bring your natural ability to nurture, to solve, to mediate problems, to conflict resolve. Wear your head wraps, bring your style and your grace. Bring your spice and your sauce. Let's season this place. For your cultural pride, like high fashion couture, your influence is key to revive and restore. The appointments are waiting, so in 2020, let's take those seats, ladies, let's keep the ship steady. Stand up and step in, because you are board ready.